All right, everyone, welcome to the first episode of the Biznitches podcast, which, gotta say, this is going to be one hell of an episode. Pretty much what we're going to be talking about is what happened with ITSRP. For anyone who does not know, ITSRP was a server I was, like, the co-owner of, and then, like, the owner. A bunch of shit in that server, but I'm here with my co-host, Shadow, who was the founder of ITSRP, and, yeah.
What's up? So, I'm here today. So, something with ITSRP were not exactly addressed. And there's certain ways to explain it. And by the way, sorry if I'm sounding tired. But,
Yeah, working the corner is a rough job.
Yeah. So, if I run back to the beginning of ITSRP, it started off with me and a guy named Fishhook. We were doing a heist. We got bored. We made a small RP. Well, the first time we did it, it got 20 people, which was surprising, extremely. So I went forth, built a server, got everything set up. We started. Just as soon as that started to pick up heat, I left what used to be DPSRP. This is key factor. Remember that.
Yeah, so after me and Shadow and a bunch of our guys met on DYJ, and then we left DYJ, and then we made a video shitty on DYJ, we all joined DPSRP, which was Envy's idea, because he, like, found the server, and he got, like, real buddy-buddy with everybody, so he was like, yeah, no, if we join here, we'll be good forever. And it was a popular server at first, and then it slowly died out, which will come more into the story. But, yeah, like, while we were in this server, Shadow was also in that server, but he was, like, slowly building up his own server, too. I remember, like, the few times I did RP on that server, I remember seeing, like, all, like, the other higher-ups on that server, and they were just like, don't tell anyone I'm here.
Yeah, and then as soon as that would start to pick up heat, I will say this, just to clarify for some people. There were DPSRP members in that server, I will say that. But they didn't exactly RP. They just helped me get kind of... After that, they either left or I kicked them saying, I don't want you to get banned from already a good server, which at the time it was.
Yeah.
Well, so time goes by. Our server picks up heat. And then all of a sudden, I remember a guy named Black, if I remember correctly. He met me asking for a merge that DPSRP was wanting. I told him no multiple times, but they kept bribing and kept going on. Eventually, we finally just said, give us a week, even though it was still going to be no.
Yeah, so...
Well, they thought...
Hold on, let me tell you what happened from my angle on this, though, because...
Yeah,
I just released the promotion video for DPSRP, and Specialty, I think it was, DM me on Discord and was like, hey, man, just join ITSRP, ITSRP. And I was like, what? No, I'm sticking with this server. And he was like, okay, we'll try to get that server to merge with Shadow. I was like, oh, wait, this is Shadow server? He goes, yeah. And so I was like, fuck it. I DM Shadow, DM Black, who... It was either Black or Samba who was in charge at the time, because Dan was going through one of his fucking things.
I believe it was Samba, considering Samba was kind of the thing was keeping that server alive.
Yeah, but Black was like the idiot who just had really good luck. like he was doing good at shit, but no one knows how the fuck he was. But anyway, and then I gave Black your Discord information, or I gave your Black's Discord information to you, and that's how that whole thing kind of got started.
And then therefore he messaged me asking for a merge. I told him no, but he kept bribing. They eventually even said, I will offer you cash. And I was like, no. My final answer is no. And he joined. I said, give us a week to think about it. Remember this. Well, they thought reach a certain X amount of members. At the time, we had 30. And they were thinking that it would be a no if we reached 70, which, by the way, is really hard. It's really hard to do that, especially if you have them active. That's fucking crazy. But so a week goes by. RK, I was like, yeah, we've already made our decision. They say no, and they said, well, RK Ghost, another y'all know, who came from DYJ to DPSRP and then eventually came to ITSRP. But we were sitting there, and he told them, he's like, they ain't thinking about merging. But I noticed that a bunch of DPSRP members are starting to come over to me. Huskey being one of the main ones, is also bringing 4 or 5 with him.
Yeah,
They started
because
to come toward me, and I was like, I'm not stealing these people. DPSRP thought I was stealing from them, which is wrong. Was not doing any of that. They were coming to, they were
DPSRP
generally
probably had like 15 to 20 people in the server, and they were in the server, but they weren't RPing. Like Dunn, fucking Panda, who else? Bunch of people. Yeah, and then like obviously like our group that we had when I left, I was like, yeah, fuck it, let's just go to Shadows because Shadows the homie, and we'll be like chill over there. Duh, duh, duh. Plus, his server's doing really well. And we went over, and then like, and Ghost was conflicted because Ghost's wife became like really good friends with Panda and fuck, who else? I think Spicy or something like that.
it was a few of them, and I'm not gonna get into all that, but for certain reasons. But we they messaged me saying, "Oh, this is gonna hurt you. This is your bad. This is your bad." And then I finally put them in the right spot. I said, "Y'all are first off stupid. No, I'm not stealing from your members. They're legitimately coming to me. I don't know what y'all have done, but they don't like it, and they're coming to me. The only reason they know who I am is because I used to be in your server, then left and built my own." Well, eventually we became friends. Samba came, helped me out a little bit for all the troubles. Life was good. Well, we got to our first, after the fact that we've done a bunch of upgrading and all that, our first 20 to 22 members in one RP session. And it was doing awesome. It was great. Fishhook, my right-hand man on a lot of things, was a little iffy on certain things, but I should have told him it was for more of testing reasons to figure out how the future is going to work with this and all this and that. Well, someone smarted off and said we're going to build another server and leave him. Context on that: not a lot of people liked him for some unknown reason. He would joke around and people wouldn't honestly get the joke, which I guess me just knowing him, I know how he is. Other people did not like him. And it's when
You
someone
remember
made
like
that
the
remark.
first week of me being in there, I fucking hated Fishhook.
Yeah, a lot of
Because
people hate
like 2 or 3 scenes I kept trying to do, he kept fucking 22ing them because he was a cop. And he was like, "Yeah, we're just gonna 22 this." I was like, "You fucking like," I was so pissed that like I think one of the times you arrested me, I was just like, "Hey Fisher," he goes, "Yeah," I go, "We're gonna 22 this. This arrest is happening," and he got so pissed. It was awesome.
Yeah, but I kind of understood why people got mad at him, and I always tried to like soften him up, get him to understand
Yeah,
the way he
because
acts.
a good, not like all of them, but a good portion of ITSRP members came from like my videos and stuff because I would have people DM me constantly, like be like, "Hey, I joined the server because of your video," da da, and then I would also get like complaints about Fishhook, and I remember I fucking DM'd you one day. I was like, "Look, you gotta do something about this."
Yeah, and the thing is like there isn't much I could do. He's first off the right hand man, therefore he has the same rights to the server as I do, and all this and that, and therefore I like people kept saying kick him, ban him. I said no because I knew me knowing him personally, I knew how he acted, and that was just normal. Other people didn't exactly adapt to that too well. But eventually, that day, he got fed up because someone said we're going to build another server and leave him and act like it died, which is completely untrue and BS. But he went over the top. He left. He wasn't coming back. Well, that sent the server into a leaving spree of around 20 which hurt us badly.
Yeah.
The server went inactive for just about a month, just because I was needed a break. I was done with it.
Yeah, you
That
left Glitter in
actually,
charge.
yeah, I was about the time to where I was wanting to just quit RPing, period. But I kept going. Glitter, another really good guy that helped me a lot, ended up leaving because he got a PC and Xbox RP's hard and it's annoying. But he went ahead and went on with his way. I congratulated him and let him move on. Because that's one thing I don't do. If someone wants to leave, I want them to leave. I don't want them to stay somewhere they don't want it. But so fast forward a little bit. I got one RP in and it was pretty good at 18 people after the hard hit we took. And then it really wouldn't do anything. It wouldn't go up, it wouldn't go down, it wouldn't do anything. It just kind of existed. Then I get a message from that freaking guy, which was then DPSRP. They're wanting to merge with me. Now, for anyone to understand this, the deal was, and I'm not hating on anyone. I'm not hating on anyone. This is the truth because a lot of things were put behind the shadow, literally. So the deal was, I'm gonna get ownership. I'm gonna put keeping this in mind, my members exactly where they're supposed to be, like they were supposed to be in my server. Move them over there, put them where they exactly was, get the exact same items, the exact same sort of amount of money because their economy was lower. Therefore, I had to adjust that and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
Well, in paper, it was a good idea. It was one of the best ideas to upgrade its server. Looks a lot better, has a lot more potential. And with already going back of ITSRP, it may be awesome. They had a custom CAD. All this and that will work out great, right? Well, I'm not going to name names, but there was two certain people. Actually, I will say it. Dan and Ghost Steve. Ghost Steve has a thing where it can hurt your internet. I'm not going to name it because reasons.
Yeah.
And Dan was, I don't know what kind of, he went a little crazy on me at
Dude,
certain
I'll
times.
tell you this right now. With like when I was in DPSRP, there was like because I was like decently buddy with Black and Samba, and I remember fucking hearing that like at one point Dan like texted Samba and was like, "I'm deleting the entire server." Da 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 da. Like Dan tried to leave RP so many fucking times and people just kept dragging him back in, which in my opinion it's like, yo, if you want to leave, like let the guy leave, like let him go figure his shit out. Clearly he's not in a great mind state to be dragged into leading this shit. And like dude, there were so many I believe there was one where Dan put out a post and like no one replied to it, or like no like the people who didn't react to it he just kicked all of them. Like Dan fucking destructed DPSRP so badly. That's like another reason why I eventually just was like, fuck it, I'm gonna leave.
Yeah. But after I joined, they gave me the ownership. But the problem was my members were not exactly where they were supposed to be, which at a certain extent, but another extent it was part of the deal of me coming over there. And Ghost Steve, I not putting any hate to him. I put them where they were supposed to be. He would have a problem with it. And at one point, I wanted to say, first off, none of your flipping business. Second of all, this was part of the deal. I don't give a shit for what you got. They need to go here, and they will go here. And that was sort of the thing that I was sort of trying to implement with being a natural way. That didn't work at all. Clearly got through no one's heads.
Yeah.
Well, then one day Dan left, and me and him had this figured out already. He was going to be my co-founder, and I would be the founder. It would have worked perfectly in my head. Well, he went back, and shit had to go back to normal. Well, then I kept getting pressure. And I had to keep this quiet because I knew it would destroy the server. I ended up giving the ownership back to Dan, so I would get Ghosty and off my butt. They constantly comment me, always say, "Oh, I think we want the server back," and eventually, someone that I'm not going to name because I don't want to get him in a bunch of crap. He said, "I would give it to him, but me being an intellectual and stupid motherfucker, I gave it to him."
Yeah.
And things were running weirdly. I was like, whatever. And there was and then it was time for me. I was done. There was a certain reason I wanted the way things were set up. I wanted Husky to be a co-owner, JDT to take over my spot, and Envy moved up to owner. So, but JDT and Envy would sort of have the same power. Here's the reason. I knew JDT soon was have to go to college, therefore he would become inactive. Envy would have took over, therefore Envy would have had his power. So would JDT. Envy would take control as JDT was off, and when JDT come back, Envy had a break. But no one listened to what I did.
Yeah.
As stupid as it sounds, they didn't do as I said, and it fell to pieces really quick.
Yeah.
I held a wall of shit, and I mean a wall of shit from people, protecting them dumbasses, trying to keep everything nice, happy, and literally it was not.
Yeah.
And then when I was literally a dam to a flood of shit, and when I left, that floodgates opened.
Oh my god.
And
Here, let me explain some of the shit that went down though. Like, okay, so when we merged into this new server, like Shao was saying, like we were trying to give the staff members who were actual staff members on ITSRP their roles back, but like Shadow's a nice guy. He didn't want to have to like take staff roles from people who worked hard on DPSRP or MRP. What the fuck? Because they went by like 2 other names too. And eventually we had like 5 owners and co-owners, like 2 owners and 3 co-owners, or 4 co-owners, I think it was. And I was one of them. And fucking, I got the short end of the stick. I got fucked out of that. I got knocked down to head board of directors. It became a whole thing. I also got head of advertising as well. But like, it became like a whole thing where I was a little salty about it because I was like, Squalian was left in charge. Squalian got shit talked on by fucking everybody in that server because apparently everyone was mad that when he joined the server, he immediately got like owner and shit. This was back on DPSRP. Mob's a good guy. I'm not gonna shit talk him at all. Same thing with Samba. I fucking love Samba. Dan's a fucking idiot. And then Envy, he was never active. He'd be active for like probably a week or 2. But he still got to keep
Envy,
his shit.
I'm gonna put this with Envy. He was inactive most of the time in ITSRP, yes, but when we merged over, he was more active. Therefore, I started to work around with that and started to use that. And I was like, okay, let me think. So he's becoming more active because he got a new job. Therefore, I was trying to work with that too. And basically, if they would have listened to the way I want, as I asked, that server may still be living.
Yeah. So here,
I watched it happen, and I was not going to do anything because I'm out of it. I'm not doing anything about it. JDT automatically got removed from where he was supposed to be.
Yeah, here. Let me
Envy went back up there. Dan, if I remember correctly, Envy ended up texting me. I'm going to read this out.
Yeah, I have DMs too. Here, what?
I said, I messaged him randomly. I says, "Is it alive?" I'm just wondering. That's all. If it didn't work, it's fine. And at the end of the day, and then they said they fucked him over. He had the position for a day, and they were calling me a shit founder. Husky got. Here's some context. Husky got mad that he wouldn't give him the SOA server, And then because people were in quotations secretly, which I can stand behind, they were trying to just get away.
Yeah, we were like the
leaving
Jews sneaking out of Germany.
Yeah, and I didn't trust that he would stay, so he left anyway. Then I changed the name to from the SOA server to Emmy's Hunt, so I deleted the whole server and said "fuck you" to him. Then he would ruin ITSRP on YouTube. Dan left ITSRP, and me and Frick are the founders. Well, I tried to keep everybody happy, but I knew it wouldn't last. Let me know if you need anything. All right, man. Well, the original server is dead and gone. I'll give more context on that. Yep, I'm probably quitting RP. I don't know. That was the last time I texted him. That was 8/29/2020.
Damn. I'll tell you something though. What? Okay, so here, let me explain what happened exactly when Shadow left though. When Shadow left, I got my co-owner role back, and I was like, "Fuck yeah, okay, cool." Da 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 da. And I was talking to someone, and then I looked at my roles. I was like, "Yo, what the fuck? My co-owner shit's gone." And so I DM'd Envy, and I was like, "Hey, yo, what do you know about this co-owner stuff?" And he's like, "I don't know what the fuck it is." So I looked at the audit, and I saw that it was removed by Dan. And so I DM'd Dan. Here, let me pull this conversation up too. I DM'd Dan, and I was like, here, let's see. I said, hey, give me my co-owner back. Shadow gave that back to me with him leaving. He goes, me and Envy have to speak about it first. Only reason is because he gave it to you and not to speak to me. I want to finish his wishes, but I have to speak to Envy first. And I was like, okay, bitch. So I fucking ripped him a new one by saying, Dan, I was an actual owner of ITSRP. The only reason he didn't make you guys normal staff was because y'all made the server, and Shadow gave me my role back, with him leaving. I helped promote the server. I helped everyone in the server. I came up with the bot ideas like the hot wire and the fucking flip a coin, all that shit we were doing. And I was like, there's a reason I have this role. Don't be a dick. And we got into this whole thing, and Envy was telling Dan like how I was power hungry, and I was like, yeah, I was power hungry like fucking months ago, but now I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. I just wanted what I earned. That's what the whole thing was. It's like if you do a job and then the guy pays you half what you were promised. It's like, I don't want your money. I don't want that guy's money. I just want what the fuck I'm owed. And I was owed that fucking owner role. I got into a fucking Envy. I remember Envy, and this is right. And like, I was talking to JT at the same time. JT was like, "Yeah, no, dude, me and CKO are just gonna leave. We're gonna take the old server back. We're gonna go fix everything." And then me and Envy just got into like a cussing match, and it was so shit. Like it got so bad. And then I was like texting Dan and Envy. I remember Dan. I know they gave me my roll back, but they were like, if you do anything wrong, you're automatically losing this and staff. And I just told Dan like, Dan, you deaded your own server. Shut the fuck up.
And I'm gonna say this real quick, and this is not bashing anyone. This is just pure facts. Supposedly left the first time, there were certain things that he wanted. He wanted Mop to be up the owner, Squalian. He didn't even mention Squalian, and that Samba would become co-founder. And guess what? That happened. I literally made sure it happened. But he joined back, and everything got moved back down, which was disappointing for Samba also, because I know he put in a shit ton of work.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with Mop, Squalian. All of them did a lot of work. And I didn't want to say anything, but deep down they were disappointed. And I actually watched this happen, and I wasn't going to say anything to anyone because first off, I'm not in it. I don't give a shit anymore because I'm done dealing with people's bull. But also, I sat there and watched it happen. JDT messaged me and said they put me down. They're literally disobeying you, and I said, yeah. Because I already knew they were going to do it. But if they would have listened, it would have decided the fate of that server.
Yeah.
And they put me in a group chat saying, all right, we're sneaking out of the server. I'm done. And I just sat there. I think at one point I even left it. I was just like,
yeah, you left it. You like I think after like an hour of that chat being like a thing, you just fucking left, and CKL was like, "Why do you leave?" And I was like, "Dude, he does not give a fuck. He's living his best life."
And then I saw that they tried to turn in the old server into, what was it?
It was MDRP.
MDRP.
It was Mariachi Detective Roleplay.
And
Because Envy was saying that we couldn't use ITSRP, that ITSRP was trademarked. And I was like, I fucking bet $1 million it isn't, but fine, fuck you.
I'm about to say it's trademarked by moi. Therefore, I am the original owner. I still actually own that. I actually still own it. Therefore, if I wanted to change it, it would happen. And if it didn't, I would be able to follow with a suit.
Yeah, well,
anyway.
Envy couldn't, so fuck him, Envy.
So, I joined that server. I didn't do anything in the server, FYI. I just joined it, see what was going on. I was like, here, I'll give you a few members, and that I did. And then it just eventually just went inactive. CPL and me went ahead, took it over, and I said, I put in I asked everyone, I said, are y'all even wanting to RP in here anymore? And they said, I'll be honest, no. And I said, all right, I'm going to go ahead and kick you out. The server is going to be closed down, in which if Huskey isn't in there anymore, it actually has a closed symbol and a big old yellow caution sign on it. Sorry, my stupid self. Basically, it's shut down. But here's the thing. After all this stuff happened, I went silent. I had ghosted Discord for around a month or two. I just left it alone. And then I had marching. Yes, I'm in the band. Hallelujah. Fun time.
Wait, you're in the marching band?
I made a server for us to work with because of COVID. And it's fun. I have a lot of fun with it. And I go to school. We talk about stupid things that happen in the Discord server, yada, yada, yada. But me and Mason were talking, and it's not official in any means at all. I have built a new RP server. It's completely recustomized, and it has the ITSRP name. Don't care if you don't like that or not.
Oh, did you see the comment on the video where someone shit talked your name? Is that why you said that?
Oh yeah, I saw that in the comments, and I was like, "Yeah, you don't know the meaning, therefore screw off."
Yeah, I remember seeing that. I remember I saw that in like file for a review, and I was like, yes.
You don't know the meaning, therefore don't shit talk.
Yeah.
But if any other server has tried to take the ITSRP name for some unknown flipping reason, sorry, no.
I'll sue you.
We were talking. It may not happen. It may not. It may. I honestly don't know. But the server's built. It's better than it ever was. It isn't overloaded with too much crap. It's perfect with a lot of things. We were thinking about maybe opening up this summer, which of course is a long time, but
that's usually peak RP season. That and like around like midwinter.
I'm about to say COVID-19, as bad as it is, it may have sparked this RP server like a mug. Like it helped it.
Yeah, it really did. Especially with summertime COVID, it's impossible to do anything. So fucking might as well just hang out at home all day.
Yep, and that's the thing. I don't plan, and it may have an interesting addition to it. So you would have an interview server, and then you get shoved over to a training server, which we've designed it away. I've designed it away. My other colleagues are sort of still on the fence with it. It's an ITSRP training server. It's separate. It takes a tiny little bit more time, but it ensures that you're willing to be an RP and be active. Like if you're willing to go through this training, that means that you're actually wanting to RP. And the reason I did that was because we have a lot of inactive members.
Yeah.
And I noticed and I was putting, for example, DOIJ, which they had that training server. And the only people that truly went through it was the people that really wanted to RP because, well, first off, it's DOIJ, closest thing the Xbox with DOJ. And then there's also the fact of, like, if you're willing to sit how many weeks or months I sat there and still continue with that server, that means it's doing something. And they were always active. Therefore, I was like, guys, let's look at the facts. If you have this server and then they're willing to go through it, that cuts out all the people that love to be inactive. This shows that the people that actually want to RP. But like I said, I'm on the fence with the entire idea of opening up ITSRP again. It's
Yeah.
sort of those things to where I was like, maybe, but you catch me dead. I mean, dead. Being as active as I did last time, like I burnt myself out. I literally burnt myself out trying to make sure everyone else was happy, and I wasn't keeping enough on me.
Yeah, you were
Currently,
not
I'm not.
great. Like I'm not saying like you were a great founder, like owner, like running shit, but like you were just not great, like mentally, physically, uh, just everything. You look like shit. I'm just kidding, but
I'm about to
you just
say.
weren't doing
I'm
great.
gonna say this: if any of my staff members knew, like, if they would name something that became a problem, I would huff and puff and be pissed off because I just wanted it to end. I was tired of the constant bull. Um, but yeah, all that's going down. But yeah, I am the entire point of this sort of podcast in my eyes that I want to do.
I'm recording a podcast.
The entire idea behind this podcast today was to because I watched Huskies. I've actually watched it 4 times just to make sure I had all my facts right. On Husky doing his little commentary on the ITSRP server and what happened, and I noticed there was a lot of points that were missed because 9 times out of 10, flat out, he just didn't know. There's a lot of things that happen in the background that people just don't know.
Also, I don't write a script. I just write like fact notes, like topics, and I just go off the top from there, which is really shit. I should start writing a script when I do commentary, but you know that's.
Well, I just keep everything in my head and remember.
I fucking can't do that. I'm a stoner. Are you kidding me? I can barely remember what day it is. The fuck, dude. The other day, I thought, dude, on Sunday, I thought it was Wednesday. Like the fuck. I was like, today feels
What?
like a Wednesday. Yeah, I don't know how I did that. Like I didn't go to school or anything that day. I just was like, today feels like a Wednesday. It's Wednesday. I was so high that day. Anyway, go ahead.
But yeah, we need to get the Biznitches podcast running up again.
Yeah. So this
Husky,
podcast.
would there be a description in below for the Discord that we made?
Yeah, so the Discord's kind of like a fan Discord / like the Discord where we run the podcast. So if you guys want to give us like suggestions for the podcast, the whole point of this podcast is we just talk about the stupidest shit possible. Either it's something that me and Shadow bring to the table. If you guys leave a fucking comment, be like, hey, this lady died while sucking a chicken finger. Okay, well, let's talk about that for an hour and see if we can get anywhere with it. If we can, we'll go to another topic. We'll probably have some guests on here. A couple names and connections in the RP community because I'm a badass.
Yeah, so another reason we did this was that I was saying, I was like, one of y'all who's watching this right now could join the server, and let's say one day we want to do a podcast and we need a topic and we're truly feeling generous. There's a chat called Hangout. You would sit in there and we would decide if we are going to pull someone in.
Yeah, it's like a radio show. Really, it's like all right, caller number 1, come on in, and then you like fucking do a Bill Clinton impersonation, and we have to kick you out of here for yelling like Bill Clinton is behind 9/11 or some shit. Do you remember
Or
when that was a
swears
thing?
the N word and tries to get you banned for some unknown reason.
Yeah. No, do you remember when that was a thing where like with like around like 9/11, people would call the radio shows and yell George Bush is behind 9/11, like they yell that shit out. That was awesome. Can we go back to that where like a tragedy happens and we just blame it on someone? Old America.
I mean, they're already doing this now. Not getting into that.
Yeah, you're from the South, so shit's gonna get topical. Oh yeah, just to clarify, we're not gonna. We're not gonna talk about politics unless it's something really stupid, like that fucking gnome dwarf guy who tried to run for like senator or something. I forgot what it was.
I'm about to say people probably wouldn't like my opinion because
You're from the South, and I'm from
like it
California,
or not,
so
it's the truth.
it's a really bad clash. Anyway, yeah, no. So this is the whole point of the podcast. This is the first episode that we just kind of thought we'd get out. Just talking about ITSRP and kind of just clearing the air because me and Shadow have not talked since fucking ITSRP. Like, we've thrown like one or two DMs.
This is actually the only time I've ever talked to Huskey was actually coming up. I asked him if we could do a podcast to like clear the air with everything.
Yeah.
And that's about it. Other than that, nope.
Yeah, it was either we were gonna do this or we are gonna have a boxing match, but COVID, so we're gonna do a fucking podcast, dude. Someone should invent like a podcast while you box, like while you're talking, you're just beating the shit out of each other.
It's like, so how was your day? Punches in the face. Oh, pretty good.
Yeah. Did you hear about that celebrity who did this? Fucking uppercut, like.
Yeah, I remember.
Celebrity podcast boxing. Holy fuck, dude. That's the dude. I gotta get this to NBC. Holy shit. Or Fox. Or Netflix. Netflix will buy anything nowadays. Fucking.
Dang right they would.
Yeah, I mean, the next episode could be us talking about how Netflix is promoting child porn. So, it could be.
By the way, I'm curious. Would y'all, and of course this would be interesting, would y'all like this podcast to like go on to like, let's say, Apple Music, Spotify, and that kind of stuff?
Yeah. Or what's that podcast app? Anchor? Yeah, podcast app Anchor.
Like any of that, I'm kind of curious with that.
Yeah, I mean, we could definitely extend it to further things.
Because like the Misfits, I'll watch them on Spotify or YouTube.
Dude, I'll be honest. I stopped watching the Misfits once I found out Fitz and like 5 other people fucked Call Me Carson's girlfriend. I was like, I lost a little bit of respect for these guys.
I haven't because honestly, there is no perspective you can have for them. They're a bunch of crazy people.
I mean, they all became like They slowly became like dickhead celebrities at one point. Not gonna lie. Ugh.
Well, they were always dickheads. They just became celebrities.
Okay, well, we'll see what happens. We'll see. We'll see what we talk about in the next episode, I guess.
Yeah, I guess I gotta talk to RK and see if we can't get JDT, which JDT was active on Discord.
So. Oh yeah, no, JDT like messaged me before we did this. JDT and I do like Minecraft videos together now. like we're doing like adventure maps and shit like that together. Which is fun.
Me and you need to play Rainbow Six Siege, and therefore I cry in.
Yeah.
I need to. Which, by the way, I have a Twitch I'm playing. It's not exactly active anymore.
It was active for a week, and then you gave up.
It was active for exactly a month, and that was because I was playing Call of Duty 3, and I streamed it. I streamed the campaign.
And I don't think I've ever, in the history of my life, thought about the campaign, the Call of Duty 3.
I never have either until I saw it, and then I played it, and then I kind of liked it. And then It's hard to understand the story, but if you don't like the spoilers, like, skip a minute of this. But the entire idea behind it was, so this guy gets his arms and legs ripped off in battle by robots. Well, they're gonna try this new they were gonna try this new little microchip that would enhance his body, basically.
Oh yeah, fuck, I remember that.
But the thing was is that no one made it out that mission except for him. So when he started, all he was seeing was hallucinations that device was having. Well, as they were doing that and having the surgery to put the robotic arm on him, he died, but the microchip continued to work.
The fuck?
It's like and therefore he kept seeing everything, and as time went, things got weirder and weirder. Because remember that thing the glitch, I guess is what they called it.
Yeah.
That was actually death.
Oh,
that was death slowly eating away at him.
Damn. Dude,
And then at the
I've gotten into a habit with my videos where like I'll edit them, but I won't upload them, and I'll think I did because the other day I was like looking at my channel going, "Where the fuck is like Blair Witch episode 2 or 3?" And I was like, "Where the fuck is this video?" And I was looking, I was like, "Wait, I'd upload this?" So I have to like go back and check like through my file of like videos that need to be uploaded. There's like 10 in there. I'm like, well, fuck.
But yeah, I remember watching. I'm curious. I may do this. I don't know yet. I don't know how I would do it. What if y'all were truly interested? If I went into Twitch, shouted out my little Twitch and our little self promotions, and basically made it and did a full Call of Duty campaign run through from Call of Duty all the way up to Call of Duty 4. Just because some people have it. I may not do Call of Duty 3 again because it took a long time to finish, and I got into it so much that it literally took me a day or two to finish. And the other campaigns I think I could finish in just about a day. But if y'all would be curious like to see the entire run through again, I'm perfectly fine with that. I got all the Call of Duties, sadly. I'm that disappointed in myself. But I may be doing content with Huskey. It would just depend on what he's doing.
Yeah.
And he would have to message me because I'm sure as hell I'm not going to ask him.
Wow.
But
bitch.
Don't take any offense to that.
I'm going to. I'm gonna turn this entire podcast video into a video just talking shit on you. So.
Honestly, what video doesn't that turn into?
Yeah, let's be honest. Every video I've ever made ever is just me talking shit.
Like, I'm gonna be dead ass with you. I get talked shit about so much that I honestly don't care because I know what, like, they'll be talking shit and I'm sitting here like, yeah, you keep talking, big boy.
All right, well, we should probably end this fucking thing. We talked about the topic we need to talk about. We went off tangent.
Talked about the topic we were talking about. Now we're ranting about random shit. I'm looking at Sims on 360 for some unknown goddamn reason.
Who the fuck? Dude,
I don't even know.
I'll be honest. I bought Sims 4, and I'm like half disappointed and like half excited I own it because it's like, oh shit, yeah, Sims, and I'm like, oh fuck, it's Sims 4. That's right. Like, yeah, there's all these cool DLCs and all this really cool shit, but like they pretty much just copy pasted the computer version onto console, and the controls fucking are so annoying. I hate it so much.
Bruh, I want RP on PC.
Who doesn't? It's like every RP's dream.
If anyone in this channel is rich, give me an expensive PC for free.
Yeah, that's it. He'll blow you for it.
Like, if you have money, donate to your boy.
Yeah, what are they gonna donate to?
Me. I don't know. I'll get him like a what was it called? I'll make a wish.
You'll make a wish.
I wish to have a gaming PC.
God. All right, let's end this. I gotta go.
Yeah, I gotta go to sleep because your boy got a long day.
Your boy's a fucking retard, and that's the end of this podcast. The Biznitches are out.
Yep. Peace out.
You a dummy, ain't it funny? I've been the one that came from nothing. Like a drug, I'm up and coming. I'm gonna blow up in your face. You a dummy, ain't it funny? I've been the one that came from nothing. Like a drug, I'm up and coming. I'm gonna blow up in your face.
I'm feeling like a G on my high horse. We be stomping. I'm off the blow. I sell a G. You be selling. I'm just living, trying to get myself the shit that I deserve. Put in work, sick of being broke. It's worse. Got the bag and I got the pack. I'm an ass and I'm about the business. I got deals on the way. Ride the flow like a wave. You a dummy, better runner. I come up on the block and send a shot. Leave you lost and cannot even talk, bitch.